Good afternoon, gentlemen. Got a question from a guy. I'm gonna do a series of these videos where I answer these guys' questions or answer your questions. So if you have any kind of a dating or relationship question, I'll do it while I do this walking. I tend to think a lot better while I'm walking. So anyways, here's the question. And this is a question I get a lot. It's quite common. It's about how do I generate attraction? And what's the right amount of attention to give her so that so that she doesn't feel like I'm a cold fish, and so I'm not trying to come off too strong. And really, it's good to just do away with the notion of generating attraction. I know you get a lot of pickup communities and stuff like that. They talk about generating attraction. Attraction isn't a choice. It's just something that happens when you are in a calm and collected state. If you're worrying about generating attraction, then you're also worrying about not having her like you. And that's just the wrong place to come from. If you're worried about if she likes you or not, then that's a problem. You know, you can go and try to say, okay, well, I want to put off an air of, I like you, but I don't need you. And that's fine, you can do that. You know, so the close second of that is pretending, right? The best way to have that is to actually feel that way. And if you don't actually feel that way, then obviously you try to pretend to do it. You exercise emotional self-control, where if you notice that you're trying to get her time and attention a little too much, you feel like you're chasing after her, trying to grasp at her, you know that you got some insecurity to deal with, and you gotta slow yourself down. The good news is that by exercising emotional self-control, even though you feel that way, you say, okay, I know I'm coming from this place, so I'm gonna stop myself from doing that, and I'm just going to let her come to me in her own time. Let her come to me in the way that she wants to. And that's key. You want her to come to you in the way that she wants you. If you try to generate attraction, then all you're doing is you're trying to get her to come to you in the way that you want her to. And already you're putting conditions on a relationship. You're putting conditions on how it's supposed to go. You can't do that. You want the most honest expression of her attraction for you there is. Because if it's not, if it's something that you're doing, you're like, I'm doing this and that's why she likes me, then you're gonna have a conniption fit. You'll never trust her. You'll never trust that she likes the real you, because you don't feel like you're worthy enough. Like whatever that is, you don't feel is good enough for her to like you. So you gotta let go of that whole thing of like generating attraction. It just happens naturally. If you're in a calm and collected state, then whatever innate attraction is gonna be there. You don't have to worry about trying to do something. You know, these guys talk about body language and posturing and tonality and all that stuff. That stuff will come on its own. You don't have to make yourself do that. You'll be much better served working on your insecurities and trying to be a better and stronger guy than trying to generate these things, these behaviors, these tricks to try to act like a guy who already knows what he's got his shit together. It's better to just have your shit together. Now, nobody's perfect. And so you're not going to be at that place, and that's fine. You don't have to be. The good news is, I mean, take the Pareto principle, 80-20. 20% of the efforts get 80% of the work. You only got to be 20% confident to get some sort of success. If you're calm and collected 20% of the time in her presence, she's going to be like, this guy's actually pretty good. Because most people, most guys, they have almost no confidence, and they always try to do things to get her to like him. And you don't have to do that. Put out of your mind generating attraction. Put out of your mind trying to be alpha, trying to be cool, all that stuff. You gotta love the nerdiness. You gotta love whatever it is that you've got. You just gotta love it. And if you can accept that and you can love that within yourself, you're not gonna tolerate and accept anything less than somebody else mirroring that to you. And that's what you do. You go out there and you show your expression. You are unapologetically yourself in all situations to the best of your ability. You know, nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. You know, I get into weird situations too. You know, I'm not the guy to go and preach, hey, I'm always like that. That's crazy. I'm not. I'm human just like you. But over time, with enough meditation and practice of just self-acceptance and self-love, it comes out more naturally. And you stop worrying about these things. You can have a good time in any situation because you're not worried about the outcome. Not worried if things go bad or if things go wrong. You're just having a good time. And that is attractive. So that's it. Don't try to generate the attraction. Allow it to happen of its own accord. Really all you're doing is just trying to get all the bullshit out of the way so that it can happen. That's mainly your goal, is just get all the bullshit out of the way so it can happen. You know, if you're trying to, again, like if you're trying to do things, that's the bullshit. If you're insecure, that's the bullshit. Just get all the bullshit out of the way and it'll happen of its own accord naturally. And that's such a powerful thing that if you can get 20% that way, 30, 40%, you'll have more attention you know what to do with. And you'll know, you know, you'll calm and collected in that situation. You won't be worried about what you need to do because you're like, it doesn't matter. I just do what I need to do. It's fine. I'm okay. I'm okay with anything. I'm here having a good time. I'm here to enjoy the experience with her without judging her so that she can open up her true self to me as honest as possible so I get a good gauge of who she are and her integrity. And that's about it. I'm gonna post this in a Facebook group. And if you guys want more videos like this, I just opened up a subscribe star, and it's like Patreon, but it doesn't have all the SJW stuff, so I don't have to worry about getting demonetized or something if I say something a little crazy with relationships, and you know how it is these days, so just trying to protect my interests. So come on over, do that. I'll answer as many questions as I can get to. Every day I'll be posting these videos, and I hope to see you guys soon.